Hi, everybody. This is Laura Kane from Torch Wellness. I wanted to talk briefly about the importance of sleep and getting 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night. Most people don't understand that there is a complete system of cells and chemical reactions that occur only when we're sleeping. In fact, we have some cells that only work when we're sleeping, which is really fascinating. We didn't know that until more recently. Um, so some of the things that are really important that happen while we're sleeping is one, our brain defrags itself. So as we're going through our day, all this kind of information is getting thrown up into our brain in various areas. And when we sleep, the brain will start to integrate it, consolidate it, and then store it so that it's more easily accessible. That's why generally you would do better on an exam if you studied up until about 11, slept from 11 to 7 versus being up all night studying. Because when you're up all night studying, it's just cluttered up there in your brain and then you're just trying to regurgitate versus if you gave your brain 8 hours to be able to consolidate the information, there's a much more solid foundation of knowledge that you're going into the exam with. Another thing that happens is there are these cells that specifically turn on in your brain when you go to bed at night, and they're like little janitors, and they will move through your brain and metabolize any free radicals. So basically the brain uses sugar as fuel, and we produce a lot of metabolites of that sugar. And it doesn't easily get out of the brain because we have the blood-brain barrier. So we don't want a lot of things in the brain. A lot of things can't get out of the brain. So these cells will specifically go around and get these free radicals, which is very good because excess free radicals can cause a lot of problems. Um, you know, Dementia, Alzheimer's, um, even just memory issues, cognitive issues. If we don't sleep, if we don't get a good night's sleep, these cells don't come on board and don't do their job adequately. So it's kind of like a janitor doing like 50% of their job every night, and that has a cumulative effect. So it's very important. The sleep, when we sleep, our blood pressure goes down, our heart rate goes down, our heart gets a rest. So it's very important because we're also lying down, so the heart barely has to work to, it doesn't have to push the blood. Like when we're standing up, this is why our blood pressure goes up when we're standing up. Um, the blood kind of comes back into the heart, and the heart has to push extra hard to get against that pressure to push the blood throughout the body. But when we're lying down, it's the heart just doesn't really, it's not acting against gravity to get the blood around our body. So it gives the heart some important time to rest, which is very important. Um, Sleep also, we have a lot of immune cell production when we're sleeping, so we increase our production of cytokines and white blood cells while we're sleeping, which is important. That's why a lot of times when people are sleep deprived, they are more susceptible to viruses and colds, flus and colds and things like that. Um, Sleep also helps the brain and the stomach regulate ghrelin and leptin, which are two like hunger hormones. One represses hunger, like one's released to tell us like we've eaten enough, and then one is released when we need some more fuel. Um, those get reversed when we don't sleep very well, and so it increases our eating messages, like it increases the amount of messages that we get that we're hungry, which unfortunately leads to weight gain. So most people who are not sleeping very well are sleeping long enough, which what's recommended is 7 to 8 hours. Some people can do 6 to 7 hours, but most people need 7 to 8 hours. Some people need a little bit more than 8. But if you're not getting that, you increase the risk of gaining weight or obesity. One of the supplements that I really like to recommend to clients is magnesium. Some people are going around magnesium deficient, so magnesium is super helpful. But some of us, the extra magnesium can be really very helpful. It helps the muscles, it helps our muscles repair themselves. It also relaxes skeletal muscles. That's why taking a Epsom salt bath, which has magnesium in it, can be very relaxing because the magnesium actually seeps through our skin and causes all of our muscles to relax a little bit. That would be the same effect if you took some magnesium before bed. Magnesium also decreases the amount of cortisol in our bloodstream, so it helps calm down the HPA axis, which is this endocrine there's three organs that all work together. And when the body's on alert or when the body's stressed, um, these three organs work together to produce more cortisol and more epinephrine and norepinephrine. Magnesium helps relax the adrenals or to help reduce cortisol and norepinephrine in the system, which reduces anxiety and stress. Magnesium also helps with blood sugar metabolism or blood sugar maintenance, which is very important, which also contributes to being able to maintain a good weight, a normal weight. Um, Magnesium reduces inflammation. It really helps with brain health if you get the right kind of magnesium. I generally recommend magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate. Actually, specifically, magnesium threonate crosses the blood-brain barrier, which can be even more helpful because it helps reduce inflammation in the brain. It helps the brain kind of clean itself, like I was talking about. Um, and magnesium reduces the heart rhythm, so it reduces heart rate, which once again helps the heart rest, which is very good, um, and repair itself, throughout the evening, throughout the night as we sleep. So with magnesium, I recommend you can do 200 to 600. You can't really overdose on magnesium because your bowels are gonna let it go. So you're gonna have loose stools when your body's like, that's enough. So you can kind of go up. So start with 200, go up to 400, go up to 600, and then just figure out what works best for you. I like to recommend the liquid formulation. And I have actually some clients who do a nighttime cocktail where they'll take, I think it's tart cherry juice with magnesium and a little bit of orange juice, a little bit of like a sweet juice, and you mix it together. And it's a mocktail, but it really does help promote good sleep and relaxation. So, if you would like more information about sleep, please reach out, give us a call. 757 6858. That's actually my personal cell phone number, but that's okay. And you can reach out through email at info@torchwellness.com. And I will be back with more medical minutes. Thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye bye.